So this question is from Decoy 111, or possibly Decoy 111, or 111, or 111. Hey John, which years did you attend to EVO, and what tournaments did you enter in?
Okay. My first evolution was in 2007. Now, back then they did regional EVOs. There was 4 regional evolutions, plus the main EVO World, they call it, which was in Vegas. That's the one that they still have. So, in 2006 is when I started playing heavily and going to tournaments. And so, 2007, me and Phil were like lunatics. We practiced on Christmas Day. We wound up going to EVO North, which was in Chicago. We went to that. We went to EVO South, which was in Atlanta. And then Phil actually went to EVO West in LA. I didn't go to that. It was in San Diego at the Comic-Con. I didn't go.
Oh, wow.
But where I first, the first time I ever did anything in Street Fighter that people were like, who the fuck is this guy, was EVO East 2007, which was in Stamford, Connecticut. Just a hip and a scout, a hip and a jump and a skip and a jump away. I got top 5.
Nice.
I actually lost to Phil.
Ah.
So Phil won that year. He beat Seth Killian, who's like he's like the Capcom spokesperson now. You see him in all the videos and stuff. I'm talking about like Marvel 3. So I got top 5 at EVO East 2007, and then I went to EVO World that was in June, and then August I went to EVO World. That was in Las Vegas, and that's where I went nuts. I beat this dude Shirts, who was considered a really good Dalsum player, one of the best Dalsum players from the old days. It was a Dalsum versus Dalsum match. I won, and I actually beat the dude that won EVO the year before that. He won EVO 2K6. His name's Jason Nelson. I actually beat him too. I got 9th place. I lost to Afro Legends, who's a lot of people know him as like a really good player. He's a very good player. So that was 2007. Got top 10. My first EVO. 2008 I did not go because going to EVO from the East Coast cost like $1,000 for the weekend. And in 2008, basically, we knew that Street Fighter 4 was coming out, and we knew that Super Turbo HD Remix was coming out the next year. So I decided I'm going to save my money. I'm going to go to EVO 2009. That's going to be the one I'm going to go to. So I went to 2K9. Nobody went from my area at all. I went by myself. So none of my friends wanted to go. Nobody wanted to go. So I went, and it was a totally different world from 2007. Basically, when Street Fighter 4 came out, all of a sudden there was all these people came in, and all of a sudden there's money to be made. So these guys have all kinds of sponsorships now. Everything is controlled by the sponsors. Like they use monitors by Alienware, even though because they might be a little laggy, but that's their sponsor. They have Adam Sessler's the commentator doesn't know what he's doing.
Seriously?
Well, that was 2010. I didn't go to that one, but yeah, he was actually there. He didn't know anything.
Aw, man.
But that year they had HD Remix, and it was on the PlayStation, which is not the best version because it has input lag on the PlayStation. But Sony's a sponsor, so that's what they did. I don't really like that version of the game. I didn't do well. And basically, then they were going to have a Super Turbo side event on a cabinet. It was a team tour, and I was very excited. And this dude, Wes Trulson, who's a really good player, he's a great player even from the 90s, he asked me to be his partner, and I was like really excited about that. So we played in that. We won our first match. And then the EVO staff said that they had to shut down that side tournament because they had to film something or for the Street Fighter 4 team tournament or something like that. So that was my story in 2K9. It wasn't really a great time. It's like in the past people went to EVO because they thought they could win. They went to EVO to win a tournament. That's where everyone went. That's what their goal was. Now it's more of like a convention. People are going to get Daigo's autograph. They're going to watch the the commentary live. Maybe they'll yell something out. You hear them on the stream, stuff like that. And there's like 2,000 people there, and it's very corporate. So EVO's cool. I may go back again someday. I don't know, but I would tell you, there's more tournaments out there. They sell that thing as almost like this is the fighting game world, this tournament. And it's not. There's so many more tournaments. Some are better. You know, something like Seasons Beatings, that's a better tournament than EVO. There's people that only go to EVO. It's the only thing they'll go to the whole year. So I think I think you should go EVO, especially if you're like a Street Fighter 4 player. Marvel 3 is coming out. You play those games. It's going to be exciting. But there are other tournaments out there. I suggest you try to get to some of those as well because like I said, some are better. So.
Well,
thank you.
Our next question comes from Baiken, and this is a very important question.
Oh yeah.
How good are you at cooking compared to Phil?
I'm terrible at cooking. I don't think Phil's very good, but I'm pretty awful. So.
Sounds like a challenge.
I think he's better than me. I've already conceded.
I think we've. I was gonna say we've got an idea here right now.
You want to do like a cooking versus cooking?
Yeah. You know, have health bars at the top of the screen.
It could be like Iron Chef.
Yeah.
Iron Chef of cooking.
We got to get this. We got to get this going.
This is an idea. We're gonna work on this one.
Keep your eyes peeled for this one.
Yeah, I can do like microwave.
And as far as an idea for maybe
I make women go cook for me. That's why. I go you and you. You go cook. I snap. I don't do that. I snap.
Hey.
Don't even have to say anything.
That's one way to get it done, huh?
Yes.
Well, as far as the Iron Chef of cooking ingredient list, well, our next question from Penguino is a very, very relevant question.
Is that a Pokemon?
It very well could be.
Pokemon's asking questions?
It was translated from Penguino, Guin, Pen, Penguino.
Okay, what do we got?
What do you like better, cookies or bacon?
I like take a cookie, wrap it in the bacon, maybe dip it in some lard, fry it, and put some cake icing, and hang it from a string, and then just run into it full speed.
You sure you want to give Phil your secrets right now for the cook-off?
I just gave him my secret recipe. Why don't you answer that? Do you have an answer for that?
Well, I gotta say, I mean, I'm with him. There is no reason that you should have to choose between cookies and bacon. One of my friend's favorite things to do is to make a flurry with cookie dough, bacon, Butterfinger, peanut butter, everything. The salty and sweet combination is very, very, very appealing.
See, this is the kind of thing that people in the other countries, they watch this and they go, "Oh, you fucking Americans eat that shit."
Yeah, like once a year.
Yeah, it's casual,
Yeah, it's not like we're making meat chips and
come on,
bacon
man.
weaves all the time.
Come on, man. Guys gotta relax.
Yeah, just chill and eat something that's gonna poison you. And speaking of glitches, what is your favorite glitch that's happened to you or anyone you know? This question is from JMan199315.
My favorite glitch?
Favorite glitch?
My favorite glitch would be like $5 million being deposited into my bank where it's not supposed. That'd be an awesome glitch.
Hint.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I don't really know a lot about glitches. Capcom vs. SNK 2 had roll canceling, which was a glitch. Basically, it had rolls, and you do the roll right before you do a move. And it was almost like if you play Street Fighter 4, it's like an EX move, like every time you did this. And it actually kind of added to the game in some respects and kind of took away in other respects. But
if you're rolling, the only thing you should be doing at the end is holding up your fist and shouting.
Okay, I see. What other glitches do you know of?
Well, there's the famous Super Mario 64 glitch fest. There's a million of them.
That game was just glitchy as hell.
Yeah, just going backwards.
Actually,
up
I saw
the
one
stairway.
in Red Dead Redemption. There's a video online of somehow a person and a donkey got mixed. So it was like a person with a donkey face. And the dude was able to jump on the woman and ride the woman as a donkey.
Inbreeding is really bad down there. Dang. Well, there's also the flying carts.
Oh, there's all kinds of crazy shit in that game.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, now here's a question from Poppin' Fresh. Which, is that the name of the Pillsbury Doughboy?
Poppin' Fresh is a game, isn't it?
Could be.
Poppin' Music.
I could have sworn that Poppin' Fresh was the Pillsbury Doughboy's real name.
I didn't know he had a name.
Everyone has a name.
Not everyone deserves one.
Well,
right, continue.
Here's a question. Here's Poppin' Fresh's question. Hey John, what other fighting games do you play other than Street Fighter? And what is your opinion on the Tekken series?
I played Mortal Kombat. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 I played in the arcades back in the old days. I thought that was awesome. Capcom vs. Gate 2 is the first game I played like seriously like for tournaments. And then Super Turbo, obviously. What else do I play? I have a lot of the games. Like I just don't throw myself into them as much. Like I have like every SNK release for like the PlayStation 2 and on the Xbox Live Arcade and all that shit.
Well, you were a fan of...
I like all fighting games, really.
Garu, Mark of the Wolves, man.
Yeah, I like all fighting games, and I respect anyone that puts time and effort into them because it's what I've done. And as far as Tekken's cool. I never liked the 3D aspect even when it came out. Like that and Virtua Fighter came out, and people were like, "Oh shit, it's 3D." But I was like, they look like blocks. But like now they look like real people, which is awesome. I just never got into it. I think they're good games, and I respect people that play it.
Really, even Fighter Maker?
There was a game called Fighter Maker for the PlayStation.
we got it.
We should. Oh, we gotta do something with that.
Keep an eye out now.
Fighter Maker for the PS1.
PS1. They had Fighter Maker. Didn't they have Fighter Maker 2 for the PS2?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They also had RPG Maker and RPG Maker 2. Let me tell you, it's great writing dialogue with no keyboard.
It takes a lot of effort.
A lot.
What do you got?
All right, now our next question is from the Tyrant 24. So I don't know if this is a Jack Bauer or a Resident Evil reference here.
It's both.
But, I'm going to have to, it's not good for my image to say some naughty words, so.
It's cursing in it? It was like fucking, why do you fuck so many broads? Okay,
maybe that question's in here later.
Just go.
How'd you become more bad donkey than Chuck Norris?
Am I more badass than Chuck Norris? I don't know if that's true, man.
I don't think that's a safe comparison to make.
I wouldn't use Chuck Norris's name in vain like that. Like, that might come around to hurt you.
When you speak his name, you summon him.
Yeah, he hears you, so I don't want to just skip it now.
Okay, moving on. How do you do co-op with DSP like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer? Do you bring your own TV, or does Phil have an extra TV in his house that you use when you bring your Xbox? Mr. Foxhound.
Phil has a extra TV and an extra Xbox.
Oh, 360?
Yeah.
Convenient.
So I have my own little station. It's usually to the left of where Phil sits.
You punch in?
Yeah, pretty much. I have I have my own monitor and I have my own system, and it's pretty close to a lot of people say that sometimes they can't hear me because I'm, if I'm like at the game and there's my TV and he's like over there and the camera's in front of him, so sometimes I have to like. If there's something like I know that's funny, I'll actually like move my head and yell it. But for the most part, I don't say funny stuff, so I just kind of just talk.
You're pretty funny, dude.
But
and that's coming from me.
Yeah, that means a lot. So that's pretty much how I got my own little workstation. I usually have like a bottle of water and and just camp out there. We did some crazy sets. We've gone hours and hours. Lost Planet 2 in one sitting. Did Rising 2 in one sitting, so we go for hours and hours sometimes.
True champion.
Unless it's something like Donkey Kong Country where it's 2 players on the screen, then I'll just sit next to them on the couch.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yes. Convenience.
Okay, so now this question is a doozy.
Oh, jeez.
This question comes from Mizu, Licky0, $A, Nyog.
What the hell is this?
I am the Harlequin, woo hoo hoo, and Martino732. Hey John, what your history with Phil, or in other words, how long do you know Phil? / how did you and Phil meet? / were you a Phil childhood friends?
We were not childhood friends, unless I think we're still kind of going through childhood. We get together and play games all day, so I think.
Adults can do that.
I think we still are in childhood, actually. But
adults can play games.
That's true. I met Phil in 2005. I was getting into Street Fighter heavily. He's from Connecticut, same with me. He went to Evo, and he got 4th, which we talked about earlier. And the 2 people I played games with a lot, my friend Jamie and my friend Tony B, were both very great players. My friend Tony knew Phil, like he knew of Phil, like he knew some people that knew Phil. I wasn't really part of Phil's circle back at that point. So I said, Tony, you gotta get this dude Phil to play with us. You know, he's a great player. We gotta get him to play with us. So like I kept harping on, and eventually he got Phil to come over, and I think Phil showed up, and I think he thought we were gonna play like Third Strike and CVS2, which were like the more popular games. And I was like, let's play Super Turbo. He's like, yeah, you want to play Super Turbo? I was like, yeah. And he went out to beat my ass, and just started from there. I started going to his house every week. I drive. He was living with his parents at that point, so I drive up to his parents' house, and we'd play. Played on Christmas Day. Just played every weekend. We went to tournaments all over the country: Boston, Atlanta, Chicago. We went to Vegas, Philly. We went to New York City many times. Many times we went to Chinatown. Sometimes we go to Chinatown Fair. It's a big arcade in New York.
Big?
It's not big, but it's big in stature.
Yeah.
He would drive me down there on like a Friday night and play like on the cabinets, and so I've been in the tournament scene for like 4 years, and I feel like I became one of the better players at this point. I went to Japan and all that, and that was mainly because I got to, from like the start of playing Super Turbo, I got to just play a top player from the start. So I think a lot of people maybe take some longer because like they're on their own. So I was lucky to have someone like that, and that's how I met Phil, but pretty much just through friends, and look where we are now. Craziness.
Yeah. You guys have come a long way.
Who knows where we're going? I don't even know.
I personally would like to find out.
So much stuff has happened this year that like I never thought would ever come to fruition. So it's who knows where the future will take us. We will see.
Keep dreaming. This is going to be great. I'm not being sarcastic either.
Sounds a little bit.
I didn't mean to.